Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. We want to spend a little time this morning talking about a childhood cancer organization that's working tirelessly to raise awareness, but also research a cure.
Yeah, it's so huge, so important to keep this conversation going. So to help us do that, our friends from Texas Children's Hospital are here. Joining us now, Dr. Alex Stevens, a pediatric hematologist and an oncologist, and Michelle Alozia, a cancer research technician, also soccer player. We're going to talk about that in just a bit. I'm like fangirling over here. Thank you guys so
World
much.
Cup? Yeah.
Right. We'll get to that in just a bit. Thanks for joining us this morning. Okay, so really important stuff to talk about and tell people about this important research that you guys are doing there to help save lives, doctor. Tell us about that.
Thank you so much for having us here. It's really an important part of our job to raise awareness about pediatric cancer. I think a lot of people don't understand how much room there is for improvement in making things better for children with leukemia.
Yeah, because you see it on a daily basis. You see what these children are going through. And I mean, as a parent, you just hope that your child is healthy, and then if they are sick, that they get better fast, right?
Yes, absolutely. And pediatric leukemias, while they do have good cure rates, for one subtype of acute leukemia, acute myeloid leukemia, we're only able to cure about 50% of kids. So we have a lot of room for improvement in making things better for those kids.
And Michelle, you're a research technician, but also a professional soccer player. I mean, how does a professional soccer player get into this line of work, or vice versa? How did that happen?
Yeah, I mean, I studied science in my undergrad, and so I've been pre-med kind of all my life. I knew that medicine was kind of the path for me, but obviously I have such a passion for soccer as well, so I think there's a beauty that I get to actually live out both of my dreams in two separate kind of worlds, and live out my passion and dreams in both worlds.
Because you play with the Houston Dash, and then of course you're with Texas Children's, but then you play with your national team, Nigeria. So you were in the World Cup this summer.
I was, and oh, that was a dream come true. I can't even believe that I was there. Like, I still try to process it, but it was so amazing to be able to represent Nigeria and my family's name, and it was everything I could think of.
That's amazing.
That's, I mean, huge. It's probably like goes hand in hand with your mission, right, and your determination to kind of bridge the gap with what you're doing in the athletic world and helping children with this research. So, doctor, tell us about what do you think needs to be done for the future, like hope for the future as far as the research is concerned?
So we're in a really exciting time right now for pediatric leukemia research. We have a lot better understanding of what it is that drives leukemia. So we know the genetic mutations that could potentially be targeted. Now there's new opportunities to identify drugs that might do better at preventing relapses and getting kids cured long term with less toxicity.
So as you do your research, is this information that you then pass on, you share with others to, like, what do you do with the information that you get?
Yeah, pediatric oncology research is very, very collaborative. We all work together as a team to evaluate the most promising new drugs first and determine what we should put into clinical trials for children.
Michelle, what's your favorite part about working with kids and going through room to room? We have video of you going through and just meeting with the children.
Yeah, I think just realizing that, you know, they kind of look up to me in a way, and so just being able to be there and kind of be someone that they can look up to, and just kind of bridging that gap and just showing that, you know, I'm human too, we're kind of the same here, and just trying to help them in any way that I can is really fulfilling to me.
And talk about using your platform too to raise awareness, right, for childhood cancer.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I'm glad that I have this platform and I'm able to use it, especially with this other passion that I have, and knowing that there isn't that much funding for pediatric cancers, especially since it's so rare. Just being able to speak it and bring awareness in September and the whole year is amazing, and I'm really glad that I'm able to do that.
It seems like there's like two sides to this research, because you're dealing with children, so you have to have a certain amount of just natural, like, love and patience that comes with dealing with children, but it's such a serious topic, and then there's the science side of it. Like, how do you balance the two?
Well, you know, you love what you do, and I found that it's a wonderful career. I love the people I work with. I love the children and their families. And in lab, I try to create that same passion. I look for people that are not only smart and hardworking, but also passionate about wanting to change the world and make things better for future generations.
For children. Our littlest patients. Oh, thank you guys so much for doing what you do. Yes.
Did you see the Dynamo last night?
I did. They won.
Miami,
won!
right?
Yay!
Huh? Do you think if Messi would have played, they might have had a more difficult chance? What do you
Hey,
make of that
you know what?
argument?
I'm just going to focus on the present. We got the win. We got the championship. We brought it home to Houston, and that's all I'm glad for.
I knew we'd get a soccer question too. That's fantastic.
Awesome. If folks are watching and they are interested in helping out, how can they reach out and maybe give their time or donations?
Yeah, Texas Children's works on lots of volunteer hours and fundraising. So you can reach right out to Texas Children's.
Okay.
We always say as parents, like, so glad you guys are here for
Yeah.
whatever
Right,
it is.
for everything.
From the smallest
Yes.
little hiccup or cough all the way up. We really do appreciate it. So thank you both for being here.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Michelle Alozier and Dr. Alexandra Stevens.